Hey guys, it's operations time. Happy Friday. We got Mr. Torres over here on the local getting ready to go. He's getting them fired up, and this is going to be a nice little quick run. We're going to head down to Huntington Beach. We're going to swap out one car. You can see our two cars there in the background there, that mauve pink car, and we got an empty hopper. It's going to be going into Sanford & Son Salvage. Looks like we're all fired up over here. Let's go ahead and pull out. Enough bell there. Hope everybody's having a good Friday. Finally starting to, well, I'm not going to say warm up, but it's supposed to be like in the 60s over here in Southern California, which is a little cool still, but hey, it's better than 48, you know? All right, we'll pull out of the yard here and then grab our cars, get on our way. You can see the yard is pretty empty. We emptied it out there with the last hauler there in the other video. And the hauler is off the layout. Well, technically kind of off the layout. It's heading out to the staging area. Car's gonna get forwarded to wherever, and then the hauler will be back in with some more stuff for us. In the meantime here, we just got these last two cars right here, and we'll be doing at least well, one or two pickups. We'll stop over here, do a little safety stop, make sure everything's good to go. Get connected up. Looking good. All right there, Mr. Torres, let's get the heck out of here. Get the headlights on bright. Get our ditch lights on. Alright, as we pull out of here, we'll catch them on the interior of the layout. Alright, I figured I'd actually show you the train coming off of the yard there, across our little lift-up bridge, through our section right here, down the yard lead. And actually, while we're doing this, I did have a funny comment from one of the viewers on one of the other videos I did. Just going over, it was the layout overview video where I go over everything, and he made a funny comment about one of the stains on the garage floor. I think he's referring to this one right here, and no, that's not a blood stain. I think it's like what do you call it? Either brake fluid or transmission fluid or something like that. But I thought that was that was a little kind of funny there. He said, yeah, no explanation yet for that blood stain in the garage. Maybe, I don't know. You know, this side over here next to Cerritos La Mirada can get a little rough there in LA, so you never know. All right, let's notch it up here. I can see the locomotive is just sort of a little bit twitchy right there. I'm going to check its tires again. The tires, I say tires, but you know what I mean, the wheels. Although that one little straight section of track down there, that we're coming off of, it does tend to have a little bit of warping in it occasionally. So it may not be just crud on the wheels of the locomotive. It may just be that track and the cooler temperatures in here. Causing it to just kind of stutter a little bit. It's kind of chilly in here this morning. Alright, our turnout's good. We're ready to go. You can see there's going to be our pickup right over here. That full gondola. Interesting. Looks like they're recycling, I don't know, tank parts or something. I hope we didn't run anybody over underneath the bridge there. The overpass. So let's see, this little pink car right here, I think we're going to be switching it out at Torres in Marble, which is our industry coming up right over here. And just for the heck of it, I think we're going to pick up these two guys here and do that one drop off. So we'll just pull past the incoming turnout right there. And you can see our little yellow yellow tie right there. Right there is good. Let me go ahead and get these guys disconnected. We'll continue with our runaround. Somebody was asking about the little yellow ties right there, and you know, so that's just for everybody that doesn't know. So we can park these cars right here and not foul or block the other spur. That's what those are, and that is real world. A lot of times the crews will, I'm assuming it's the crews, we'll have a little can of spray paint, yellow, red. I've seen real world ones where they were like, you know, fluorescent green. They just mark those points so it's easily visible to the crews. Come through here. Throw a scrap over there to the kitty cats on the dumpster. So we'll do a run around over here, get on the other side of our cars, and we can shove them back into that industry, do our pickups. We'll get that changed. And since my last little update, I know I talked about my expansion, and I get a lot of comments. People are always thinking about when am I going to start this damn thing? I've been talking about it for like since last year. But you know how it goes. Always something gets in the way right here. Let's go ahead and change this turnout here back. I was planning on starting the expansion last fall. And then, well, I had some stuff come up, personal things, all good, but that took up some of my time. And then I had some minor surgery, so that took up some more of my time. And by then it got really freaking cold, at least by Southern California standards. So I'm hoping to get it started here shortly. And in the other video there, I did mention what I have planned is to have a little bit of the line that would run out to like Orange, and basically have another peninsula that would be kind of over there, right there behind the couch. And then have at least 2 industries over there, but knowing me, I'd probably stick a few more. I have plans for doing a little bit of a run over the concrete Santa Ana River. I think it's the Santa Ana River at least, with a little bridge that goes over it. Just for some more scenic video shots. And then I've also been trying to figure out a way of incorporating another yard. I'm hoping to do something like, you know, maybe just make a little representation of West Colton. Or I should say, I guess it's Colton, but yeah, but I'm trying to figure out how to do that without taking up too much space. You know, that way I could have cars that come out of staging, go into West Colton, and then get taken from West Colton, dropped off at, say, Los Niitos. I hope I'm saying that right. And then get further moved out into the layout to all the different industries. So I'm still trying to kind of work the track plan there. I've got the Santa Ana orange sort of section like I talked about with the 2 industries. I've got that pretty much mapped out. But trying to figure out how to do yet another yard addition to all of that while I'm at it. All right there is good. We'll stop. We'll get the turnout changed over there. So we'll shove back here. We'll grab these 2 cars and then drop our little pink one off. And I always got to remind all the, well, not remind, I got to understand there's new viewers on there. They always have the same questions because they haven't seen the older videos. I get a lot of questions on my locks here that I have. Now they're just a little lock on an eye-bolt, eye-screw, whatever you want to call it right there. They correspond. I don't think we got a good connection. Oh no, we did. They correspond to the turnouts. I think we're going to shove it back just a little bit more. There we go. Good connection right there. So for instance, these 2 locks right here pretty much correspond to those 2 turnouts right there. And then in the real world on this line, you know, the turnouts are all manually thrown and they're locked. They have a lock on them, so the conductor has to get off the train, walk over to the turnout with his keys, unlock the turnout, and then only then can he go ahead and turn it. So that's kind of what those locks are for along the fascia right there. And they're also, some of them correspond to spots where I have a derailleur, which is also locked. So same thing, conductor's got to get over there, unlock it, and then can you know, flip the derailleur. And I don't have any on this side of the layout, but that's another one of those little tricks that I've seen other model railroaders using. I think even Lance Minheim mentions it in his books. It's another way to kind of simulate what we're doing here. We're kind of like I've said before, and Lance has talked about, this is a stage, and we're kind of making a play. Like, imagine you're here, you come for the show, and the show is this little switching operation. And I should probably stop and get this guy disconnected before I shove him all the way down into Huntington Beach while I'm talking. But that's sort of the premise of my layout. Is this is like a little play that we're watching here, a little show. You know, it's also why I have the black fascia and whatever the top shelf there is called, although it's currently cluttered with construction stuff. Kind of frames the stage. But having those locks and kind of going through all of those little motions. Now I don't do it while I'm filming just because I only got two hands, unfortunately, and kind of hard to hold the controller in one hand, the camera in the other hand. I gotta keep putting him down and picking him up if I was to do that. But when I'm out here just having fun by myself, I kind of go through all the motions there. It tends to slow down the pace of your switching operation, you know? Like you can just run a train in here super fast, slam the cars, and then you know, in and out you go. 10 minutes, you're done. Well, I could probably stretch that to like an hour if you kind of follow along with doing some of those little things that like the real world crews would do. Having to stop, get off the train. You can actually just, you know, obviously I don't do it too much for the video, but, you know, you kind of give yourself a moment here. It's not like instantaneous that this car gets disconnected, right? Take a little breather, take another sip of coffee here while the conductor disconnects the cars. All that tends to slow down the pace of what we're doing here. And like you said, if you watch a video online of the real world operations, and if they didn't cut all that stuff out, it's a little operation for just picking up a few cars and dropping off a few cars. It takes quite a long time. It's not just 5 minutes. And so anyway, my philosophy is that I like that. That's the whole point. I'm kind of modeling the real world here in a little play of sorts, and enjoying all of the different aspects and different things you got to do. That's also why I try to run my trains at sort of a prototypical speed. I have quite a bit of momentum set in the decoders. That's why they run nice and smooth. They don't just come to a jerking stop. For instance, like that. I've put it all the way down, and they tend to roll a little bit. Tends to make for a more realistic maneuvering of the cars, see? You know, for instance here, we just connected these two guys up now, normally Mr. Torres, who's just supervising over there on the front of the locomotive. He'd be going down here, checking the connection, and then hooking up the hoses and all that good stuff. So it takes a little minute here to do that. All right, I think we're ready to go. We get pointed in the right direction here. All right, enough jabbering. I know you guys are like, all right, this is taking too long. All right, we'll head on out and do our one last drop off here, which is that gondola. Try not to run anybody over here. So what we'll do over here is just swap the gondolas. Pretty straightforward. We'll try to pull out right about there is good. And I gotta go find my skewer. So we'll disconnect the last two pickups right here. Go grab our gondola. Actually, you know what? All right, since we're talking about being realistic here, I don't think we'd put a loaded gondola right next to the locomotives. So We're going to go ahead and pull forward, and we'll shove back with the box cars, so the box cars will we'll grab the gondola with the tail end of the box cars there. That way on the way back we don't have a loaded gon right there next to the locomotive. And I'm assuming I've heard that's the proper procedure. But again, it's good to learn all those little rules that you have to follow. See, because even in this case, we got to change our plans here a little bit. That's what makes it a little bit fun here. Now, don't get me wrong, sometimes I just want to come out here and slam cars around, and you know, I do that every once in a while, but hey, it just depends on what I'm in the mood for here. Back up over here. Well, half a car, and I don't think we got a good connection there. Got to shove back a little bit more. There we go. Perfect. We didn't even hit the bumper there. We're hanging out over here. Mr. Torres, he likes little horses right there. We've got a lot of little puppy dogs over here. Watering the truck tire. Alright, so we'll pull that gun out and drop those guys off back on the main line. Right there's good. So out of all the turnouts on my layout, this one for this industry is the one I'd like to get sort of do a manual throw down here on the fascia, just because this tree right here tends to kind of get in the way there. So that's another thing I want to do. There's always something to do with model railroading. I think that's one of the things that people like about it, you know? They say layout is never done. There's always something you can do, or there's always something you can improve upon. Like, I'm actually looking forward to doing a little bit more detailed building for my buildings. I know I've talked about that in the past. All the buildings on my layout, like Shasta Beverage, that we're going around right here, are just, well, they're technically just mock-ups. And once I have a little bit more time, I can actually do a proper, maybe scratch built building with all the fine details that make it look better. But anyway, a lot of rambling on this video, ain't I? Deep thoughts from Engineer Rick. Got one more car to go. Right there's good. Alright. This is the part I need 3 hands. Mr. Torres ain't doing much over here. All right, there we go. All right, we'll grab our cars and be back on our way. Not sure how long this video's been, but at least 20 minutes or so. And you can see I haven't even used the locks or derailleurs or anything like that. And I realize I'm doing a video, so it's not going to be, what am I doing here? Waiting towards a palm tree for you. Try to keep the videos to about 20 minutes or so. But I could easily make this whole process we just did into like a good 45 minutes if I wanted to. Nice little relaxing evening session after work. Right there. We're all set. Let's get out of here. Engineer Rick. Talking too much. Alright guys, I'll leave it right here. Hope you enjoyed that little rambling operating session here for Friday. Hope to do a little bit more this weekend. There. All right, guys, I'll leave it right here. See you guys in the next operations video.